Do I have everybody's attention now?
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Outlaw Black back again with another video for y'all. And I know it's been a long time since I posted a video. Just been real busy with school and all, getting ready to graduate from college, man. 4 years go by so fast, but we're not here to talk about me right now. We're here to talk about the recent patch notes that have been released for Borderlands 3 with the upcoming DLC Designer's Cut, which introduces a couple new aspects to the game, a brand new game mode and arms race. Some new cosmetic skins that actually change the character models, which is cool, something we haven't seen before. But yeah, you know, just a lot of things coming out right now, so let's just go through them. So we all know about the new added skill trees for all 4 Vault Hunters. Zane gets his little shoulder cannon. I think Flak gets a loader bot that he can upgrade and stuff like that. Mara gets her whole cryo like ball that she can just manipulate and knock around and stuff like that. And Mose gets her little iron cub. So yeah, a lot of stuff's coming out with the new Vault Hunters and a lot of buffs to these Vault Hunters. But before we get into that, just to get into some general stuff, for Mayhem 10, for just the higher Mayhem modes, they've removed Mayhem level gear from enemies. So one thing that we did realize, like later on, like once we got into the later Mayhem modes, that some of the gear that we got didn't translate well into Mayhem 10, like shields and stuff like that. They wouldn't drop in Mayhem 10, but for enemies that had Mayhem 10 weapons and also Mayhem 10 shields, it was kind of hard to like knock their health down if you didn't have a proper build. So that makes things a lot easier when you go into like takedowns and stuff like that. You can also, that goes with the cosmetics, you can also like change the heads. You can get the whole body, right? But you can also like change the heads and change the colors and different schemes like that. So you can have the whole, like for Zane, his Agent 1 alternate cosmetics body. You can have different skins on top of it, as well as like change the head to something like the Wanderer or something like that. So that's always cool. Just a couple of optimized things like animation stuff, UI performance. Loading screens, they said they're decreased. Now I'm still playing on like Xbox One, so I haven't really seen that big of a difference, but there has been some changes to it. So they improved matchmaking. A lot of people there's like one complaint about matchmaking where you would be playing on a Mayhem level, but you end up matchmaking with somebody who was on the same Mayhem level as you, or you get put in a totally different kind of like matchmaking match with someone. But yeah, they also adding arms race to matchmaking, which is cool. Trials and Circles of Slaughter is now into a single matchmaking pool. Makes it easier for people just to get into it, and they're not waiting a real long time from separate game modes. Mayhem mode is enabled or disabled when you're doing matchmaking, just stuff like that. Now for characters, really I will go over a few, but I'm not familiar with all the other Vault Hunters since I only really play with Zane. So I'm gonna really just go into depth with Zane and then just skim over what's going on with everybody else. Death Follows Close. This is in his Hitman tree for Zane. Death Follows Close and C and Red have been swapped, have the places swapped, so you wouldn't have to invest so many points into getting C and Red, which kind of it goes well with the C and Dead class mob. And yeah, they switched the places. Seeing Red is now in the middle capstone rather than being all the way at the end. And with Seeing Red, they added a 15% kill skill bonus effect. So they buffed that. I'm guessing they did this because everybody was using Seeing Dead for their Zane build. So to make it a little bit more lenient, they just, they buffed that and just kind of nerfed a little bit on Seeing Dead. They swapped the positions of Confident Competence and distributed it now on the skill tree, while also buffing the gun damage on Confident Competence, which that's cool, that's pretty good. And the double agent tree, this is for, I think it's Digiclone. You now grant the duct tape mod that comes with that tree now grants Zane immunity to damage from his weapons and grenades. One thing I've had issues with was when I put my Digiclone out, and I used to just have him with a back burner right when I'm going against bosses. That just makes it easy to just get him out the way. And I would run into the line of fire on accident, not paying attention, and I'll just get nuked, and my whole health would just be wiped because my own digiclone just killed me. So that's always good to have. Just make sure that nothing bad happens to you. And speaking of which, class mods for Zane, they reworked the infiltrator, reworked the ability to allow shield to refill before it's broken whenever an action skill is activated, so that's good. Seeing Dead got nerfed. It low, I think it was at 25% for like a kill skill damage bonus. Now it's at 10. So yeah, they buffed Seeing Red, but they also nerfed Seeing Dead. So you can have a little bit more flexibility with your class mods with Zane. You don't have to run Seeing Dead anymore as much as you used to. Going to Amara, there's not that much stuff. Now, I'm not sure about this stuff because I don't really play with Amara like that. I've been thinking about picking her up and just getting her to level 65, but updated the ties that bind to only pass weapon and melee damage to enemies. Weapon anointments that increase weapon or melee damage after phase lamp now properly increase damage. So I'm guessing that was an issue where it wasn't proccing right. Updated the Muse class mod to prevent double dipping on damage modifiers. So I heard something about this where you would face down and do an action skill, so it can activate all of your other kill skills without actually having to waste your action skills. So I think this was a similar thing with Flak. And another thing with Flak, pets will now receive damage buffs from the global grenade anointment. Addressed a reported concern and it also addresses a reported concern dealing with critical hits in rapid succession while using rack attack skill and head count passive. So just some things with Flak going on. Also, with the new update that's coming out, there's added support for next gen consoles, so Xbox Series X and S and Sony PlayStation 5. The added support for 4 skill trees to Twitch EchoCast and arms race for Twitch EchoCast. So I think it was Killer6 who I was watching who went into detail about this. So anything that they may decide to get out of like arms race, like when they go to whatchamacallit, their weapons, like I forget what it's called, but you can have a chance of actually getting the weapons that they end up picking up and extracting. That's the word I was looking for, extracting. But yeah, and anytime they open a rare chest, you also have a chance of getting what they're getting as well with the whole EchoCast thing. A couple of other hot fixes. They also enabled E-Tech pistols to drop in game. I honestly didn't even know there were E-Tech pistols in this game. I'm guessing that's how rare it was to actually get one, but that just surprised me. So yeah, that's good. I won't really get into weapon adjustments because I might just do a separate video on that about how each weapon is and how they act on Mayhem 11 and stuff like that. So for the most part, you have weapons like the Phasor, the Ion Laser, Rebel Yell, Hornet. The Flacker got an increase, a weapon damage buff. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on right now. Just a couple of weapons that weren't really used that much. The Shredder Fire, I'm happy it got an increased weapon damage rate, but I might just do a separate video on that just to test out how it is on Mayhem 11 and just how it goes through with everything else going on with like the different takedowns and see how it does against those and the Circles of Slaughter, different bosses, just to see how it is. But yeah, that pretty much covers it for today's video. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I know that I have not been posting as much. Like I said, it's been real stressful getting ready to graduate from college. Got to get myself ready, got to make sure my grades are good. So whenever I can, I try to post as often as I can. I do have a goal. I think I mentioned this in my last video for fighters, that I have like a 50 subscriber goal that I want to meet. If not by the end of the year, probably like towards the end of January next year. Just a small goal that I have because I want to continue to post and be motivated to post more. So if I set a goal for myself, I'll make it a little bit easier for me. But yeah, if you liked today's video, found it informative, make sure you hit that like button, comment down below what you would like to see coming from this channel and what it's been like for you now that the whole update's out for Borderlands 3 and the whole director's cut, season pass 2, stuff like that. But yeah, thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys on the next one.